Before Area 51, there was a day in June 1947 that changed everything. On a clear afternoon over Washington state, the modern UFO era began, not with a crash, but with a sighting. Kenneth Arnold, a respected pilot and businessman, was flying his plane, not searching for fame or aliens. What he saw that day would ignite a global fascination with the unknown. Arnold's report was simple: 9 mysterious objects, moving impossibly fast, flying in formation. The term flying saucer entered our language because of how Arnold described their motion. This was not a tale of abduction or conspiracy, just a credible man, a clear sky, and a puzzle that would haunt generations. In 1947, the world was looking forward, not up. Science fiction was just that, fiction. But Arnold's sighting planted a seed of wonder and doubt. Newspapers exploded with headlines about flying discs over America. Suddenly, people everywhere began sharing their own strange stories. The floodgates were open. The UFO phenomenon had arrived. It all started with that one afternoon near Mount Rainier. A moment that remains unsolved. 9 shiny objects, silent and swift, changed the way we look at the sky. The mystery didn't begin with aliens, it began with a question: what did Kenneth Arnold see? That day the world's imagination took flight, the saucers had arrived. Who was Kenneth Arnold? Not a dreamer, not a hoaxer, just a respected businessman and experienced pilot from Idaho. He sold firefighting equipment, flew thousands of hours, and was known for his level-headedness. On June 24, 1947, Arnold was flying his Kalair A-2, helping search for a missing military plane near Mount Rainier. The sky was clear, the flight routine. Arnold was focused, scanning the landscape, expecting nothing unusual. His credibility made his story impossible to ignore. He wasn't a scientist or a soldier, just a civilian pilot doing his job. That's what makes his account so powerful. An ordinary man, an extraordinary sighting. He had no agenda, no reason to invent a story. The conditions were perfect, and so was his reputation. When Arnold spoke, people listened, and what he saw would change the world. A sudden flash caught Arnold's eye, like sunlight off a mirror. He looked, expecting another plane, but saw 9 bright, crescent-shaped objects flying in formation north of Mount Rainier. They weren't planes or birds, nothing he recognized. Arnold watched as they moved with a strange skipping motion, like saucers skimming water. He timed their flight between Mount Rainier and Mount Adams, 50 miles in just over a minute and a half. That meant speeds over 1,700 miles per hour. Impossible for any known aircraft in 1947. No sound, no smoke, just 9 silent, impossibly fast objects weaving through the sky. Their movement was both mesmerizing and unsettling. Arnold checked his instruments, everything normal. The experience was vivid, undeniable. He knew the sky, and these objects didn't belong. He watched until they vanished toward Oregon, stunned and alone in his cockpit. What had he witnessed? The question echoed in his mind. It wasn't a hallucination, it was real. 9 unknowns against the blue, a mystery that endures, and the world would soon demand answers. When Arnold landed, he shared his story with fellow pilots and the press. He described the object's speed, shape, and their odd skipping motion. In an interview, he said they moved like a saucer would if you skipped it across water. A reporter misunderstood, publishing that the objects were shaped like saucers. The headline, "Supersonic Flying Saucers Sighted by Idaho Pilot." The term flying saucer was born, capturing the public's imagination overnight. Newspapers and radio spread the story worldwide. Suddenly, everyone had a name for the unexplainable. A simple phrase launched the modern UFO era. The debate began immediately. Skeptics blamed mirages, birds, or secret military planes. The government denied any such aircraft existed. Believers pointed to Arnold's credibility, an honest pilot with nothing to gain. He never changed his story, despite ridicule. The public split: mistake or miracle, hoax or history. Newspapers and radio buzzed with theories. No clear answer emerged. The questions lingered, fueling fascination. What did Arnold really see? Arnold's sighting was the spark that ignited a global obsession. Suddenly, UFOs were everywhere. In the news, in movies, in the public imagination. The U.S. Air Force launched investigations. Project Sign, Project Grudge, Project Blue Book. The term flying saucer gave people a way to talk about the unknown. Arnold's story became the foundation of modern UFO culture. The mystery remains unsolved. Was it birds, a mirage, a secret craft, or something beyond our understanding? The evidence is inconclusive, but the legacy endures. We still look up, still wonder. What do you think Kenneth Arnold saw? Comment below. Subscribe for more interesting videos.